the IPO filing for Ripple is a distraction. While everyone's attention is on the news, something much more significant is simmering in the background. In addition to going public, Ripple is laying the groundwork for a profound change in the financial industry. This is about changing the fundamental structure of financial transactions and the way value is traded internationally, not just about raising money. The internet is going to be destroyed by what's actually coming, and maybe make XRP the first cryptocurrency worth $500,000. Imagine a future in which digital currency serves as the foundation of international finance rather than merely as an alternative. Financial services could become more inclusive and accessible as a result of this change, which could transform everything from personal banking to global trade. We're revealing the details of what could be the largest financial shift of our lives in this video. A change that might completely alter the way we view value, exchanges, and money. We will examine the finer points and wider ramifications of this significant change. Let's start with the real story behind Ripple's alleged $500 billion IPO price. This valuation is more than simply a figure. It's an indication of the enormous potential and faith that people have in Ripple's vision. It displays investors' faith in Ripple's capacity to spearhead a new wave of financial innovation. This isn't your typical cryptocurrency IPO. This is a critical juncture that has the potential to permanently alter the financial landscape. This action might have far-reaching effects on everything from regular financial transactions to regulatory frameworks. This is the basis for a monetary superstructure that is being established just in front of us. A superstructure that could easily interface with international financial systems, enabling faster, safer, and more effective transactions than in the past. Financial stability and growth at previously unheard of heights may be made possible by this new infrastructure. Behind the scenes, Ripple has been building a global financial infrastructure that is so strong and extensive that it has been likened to AWS, but for the financial industry. With its current processing speed of over 1 million transactions per second, the XRP ledger is poised to become the dominant platform for tokenized international settlements. XRPL isn't only developing, it's turning into the main operating system for the upcoming era of banking, trading, and liquidity movement thanks to new features like automated market makers, smart contracts, and NFT capabilities integrated right into the ledger. This is when it becomes explosive, though. To retake control of the circulating supply, Ripple has quietly started an internal XRP buyback plan. Why? Because Ripple has to be able to ensure liquidity for cross-border tokenized settlements, CBDC rails, and global remittance corridors after the IPO debuts. Although the buyback is not yet public, business reports indicate that they are locking up tokens in preparation for widespread institutional adoption by purchasing XRP from private over-the-counter markets. This might pave the way for a severe supply shock when combined with escrow burn tactics, which basically destroy locked XRP to lower supply. A sudden spike in demand from companies, central banks, and institutional investors will stifle XRP's liquid supply, making price acceleration not just possible, but violent. Let's discuss numbers. Given velocity and a smaller supply, analysts now predict that if XRP manages even 10% of global liquidity, a market valued at $105 trillion each day, the price per XRP could potentially reach 6 digits. It's economic math, not wild guesswork. In addition to clear legislative runway and declining supply, Ripple's dominance of tokenized finance infrastructure may pave the way for previously unheard of price discovery. This leads us to the topic of regulation. The battle between the SEC and Ripple is coming to a close, and it's obvious that the SEC is giving in. Drafts of the Future Crypto Dollar Act and other new legislation that is being covertly passed by Congress refer to XRP as a digital commodity rather than a security. The last piece of the puzzle, obtaining total regulatory clarity in the US, will be unlocked if XRP is officially designated as a commodity. XRP is becoming the only asset that is clean enough, quick enough, and compliant enough to act as the foundation of a global financial system. In contrast to Ethereum, which still raises concerns from regulators, or Bitcoin, which is less useful and slower. In order to see the overall picture of Ripple's voyage, let's now piece it together. Every stage has been essential, from its modest beginnings to its current position as a financial behemoth. A significant turning point in Ripple's history is reached when it goes public with a valuation of more than $500 billion. In addition to signifying financial success, an IPO creates new opportunities for growth and innovation. Ripple now has the financial strength and reputation to spearhead the global financial infrastructure transformation thanks to this enormous infusion of funding. The business is well positioned to make important strides in the fintech sector. In the meantime, it purposefully burns or repurchases enough XRP to drastically lower the supply, increasing demand. For its users, this action guarantees a more useful and stable ecology. Global organizations, including central governments and large banks, start using XRPL to route tokenized payments at the same time, completely changing how cross-border transactions are carried out. Thanks to Ripple's creative solutions, the world of banking is entering a new era. Demand increases, supply decreases, regulations are cleared, and suddenly XRP takes off. We reach $500,000 per coin in this way. It's not an exaggeration. It's a series of deliberate, visible, and mostly unavoidable economic actions that are taking place in real time. Furthermore, the true story is taking place behind the scenes, while the public is focused on the IPO filing as a headline. XRP is a tool that Ripple is using to get ready for wide monetary domination. Remember this, if you're still viewing this video, you're ahead of schedule. You're one of the few who see the potential before it's widely accepted. This is your opportunity to lead the way. In a world that is about to undergo significant transformation, you have the chance to carefully position yourself as a pioneer. The world is still in the dark. The majority of people are still in the dark about the profound changes taking place in the banking sector. They carry on with their everyday activities, unaware of the revolution that is simmering beneath the surface. However, the technology is prepared. The rule is on its way. Institutions are getting ready. The foundation for a new financial era is being established. The future is not far off. You have the opportunity to participate in what is now taking place. Additionally, the IPO is only the beginning. It marks the start of a journey of transformation, a voyage that will fundamentally alter our perception of and approach to financial markets. This has nothing to do with hype or dreaming of big things. It all comes down to strategic placement and well-informed choices. It involves using insight and knowledge to successfully negotiate the changing financial landscape. This is about comprehending the new financial structure that is being constructed behind the scenes, one digital brick at a time. Being a part of today's future is the goal. It's about taking advantage of the opportunity and making wise decisions that will determine your financial future. So consider this: are you in a position to recognize what XRP truly is, or will you be the one who watches this moment pass by? If you